before I say anything, I know I'm a day late, alright? I was busy. Shush, I was busy, okay? I know I'm a day late. Either way, welcome back, AkmalDL. And now in this video. This isn't a series. Today I'll be going over what the new banner is. Well, new, it's a day old now. New banner, the rerun banner. I will also be quickly going over the Wimprints and the new event at whether or not should you summon, should you buy, and or should you grind. Now we'll quickly going over the banner. This is the brand new Wind banner that came out with this event. So starting with the 5-star character Kirsty. She is a Wind Lance unit that's of the 5-star rarity. Her first skill deals 1 damage to enemies directly ahead. That's a pretty basic skill. That's still fine. Lethal Operation increases entire team strength by 20% for 15 seconds. So it's a little bit of a support skill. That's honestly fine. Basic, but it's fine. Then a standard Lance co-ability of HP. Now then, her abilities is where she gets nuts. Like, really nuts. Dauntless Strength. Increases strength by 20% for every 15 seconds that pass without the user being knocked back by an enemy. This buff can stack up to 3 times. All stacks will be lost upon being knocked back by an enemy. This is really good because as long as you don't get hit for 45 seconds, you are gaining 60% strength. Then, well, she can still boost your strength by a further 20% for 15 seconds. She's really good. But then Bog Res, and now they're coming out with Poison Punisher on units now, which is nuts now. So now we have proper Poison Punisher. We have I guess Bog. Technically, that's a Punisher. I guess technically speaking. We don't have any prints for that. Oh, if we get like Bog Punisher prints, this Bog will be disgusting. We have Burn, Paralysis, and now we're getting a lot of Poison Punisher units, which is honestly great. These types of teams are fun. That just focus around a Punisher. But well, she is meant to just get stacked up on damage and also under some strength buffs. She'll be really good in High Mercury, actually, because well, she can still provide a lot of damage while also offering a little bit of a support to still Welly and Victor on top of the already existing Noelle. I can probably see one Welly being dropped for Kirsty, to be honest, for optimal High Mercury rooms. I can see that definitely happening. So now we're going to move on to the dragon. I'll just call him Garland. Even though it's really AC011, I'll just say Garland. Deals wind damage to enemies in line. Basic, that's fine. Wind strength 50%, that's nice. And now Dauntless Rampant 2. This is where he also gets nuts. Grants them a 1-use Divergent Shield that nullifies damage less than 40% of the user's max HP every 15 seconds that pass without being knocked back by an enemy. Divergent Shields can stack with ordinary shields. Also, the user's strength is increased by 30% while this shield is active. So what he does is that he can apply another shield. Another one. So a character can get hit twice before they start taking damage. And while that shield is up, they gain 30% strength. So he's a hidden 80% strength dragon after 15 seconds of not getting hit. That's amazing. I really do like the trend of them beginning to adopt the 80% strength, and that just rivaling the current skill damage dragons. It's just so good. It's so much fun. And now we're going to look at the new 4-star unit, Joachim, I think that's how I pronounce it. So his first skill, 1 damage to the target nearby enemies and inflicts poison. Poison foes that take extra damage. That's nice. And then it activates skill shift. Phase 2 increases poison's success rate, while phase 3 increases the entire team's strength by 15% for 10 seconds. This is very solid. I actually compare this man to Noel, and most people, not Noel. I'm lying here. Fleur. I compare this man to Fleur, and a lot of people actually agreed with me about comparing him to Fleur. He is a very good poison setter. But then will also his second skill, which will make him even better, immediately readies the last resort skill for use, which will be his first skill, and increases the user's strength by 25% for 5 seconds. So you can literally pull Arena with him. You can skill 1. You can then use phase 2 whenever you get skill 1 back up, but then you can skill 2, then immediately skill 1 again for even more poison. That's honestly really good. Then also hey, more strength for everybody, because why not? It's amazing. Then we'll a standard bow ability, which we have the skill haste. That is still very good. And for the abilities, he's got Bog Res, 100%. He's got HP 1 HP is equal to 70% or above. His strength will be increased by 10%, which is nice. And he also has Poison Punisher, so even more similarities to Fleur right there. But all in all these new units are really, really good. Will I say that this banner is a must summon? I will say wait until your daily singles are done, then judge based off of your own discretion whether or not you want to either save for Monster Hunter coming the end of the month, or on this banner, or maybe even at the Gala that's also this month. There's a lot coming out this month. Now that we're going to move from this banner, we'll now move on to the returning banner of Ramona and Rena. I won't be going too much in depth with these units because they're just coming back. But for you newer players who have not seen these units before, I'll do a very quick overview and pretty much their general role in a team to see if whether or not you want to summon for their specific role. Now then, Ramona. She is Damage Queen. She is a monster when it comes to damage. She is an amazing baiter when it comes to high Midgard. Her first skill is just absolutely nuts. The second skill is just defense buff, it's fine. Standard co-ability. Then she also has Prime Strength, a Strength double buff, and Sleep Res. She is great on defense buffing teams, aka Emma and Halloween Lowen. Those two buff defense like crazy. She's just so good. There's no other way to put it. She's such a good unit. It's amazing how good she is. The one thing is just the axe combo, but other than that, she is damage queen. So now we shall move on to Rena, who is a katana unit. She is a great burner that does also have that skill shift thing. That also has a skill shift on her first skill. And her second skill, it mainly raises the first skill. So while she is a great burner, she's a good burner. And because she's a katana, her co-ability is really great on teams in general. But however, where she begins to lack is her abilities. She has prime defense, which is not as great. You can still run strength. You can still run strength double buff on her, but it's not as rewarding, especially when comparing it to Ramona. Still Sleep Res and healing double buff isn't as good as a strength double buff, but she does have a lot more survivability, at least. So I guess there is something. There is something there. But overall, Rena is still a very solid katana unit. Still easily one of the best in general. And And hey, Burn Punisher. That exists. That's also fun. Now then, quickly going over the dragon, Arctos. He can inflict stun while doing damage off his skill. And the ability increases strength by 45% and adds 55% to critical damage. He was okay, but now he's actually really good with mana 70 Ezolith. She just pumps out numbers. It's so satisfying to see. Even though I don't have her, I know a lot of people have used her. I've seen the damage. It's amazing. It really is amazing. So yes, overall, he technically got buffed when Ezolith got her 70. He technically gained some use. And now the 4-star Rini, not optimal on any water team, sadly. I've seen no one use her at all, sadly. Well, she's more of a niche unit, where she can add a prime devastation, so more crit rate, and also a healing double buff for everybody. And while that, she inflicts Bog. Bog is tricky because, well, you want Bog, especially when they break. That way you just overload on damage. And increasing her own defense is okay. It just increases her survivability. And Dagger Claw ability, it's nice. It's nice. It just affects everyone else. But well, I will say the same thing for this banner as I said about the other banner. Wait until you use all of your daily singles. Then from your discretion, figure out whether or not to summon on this banner, wait for the Gala, or wait for Monster Hunter, coming at the end of the month, and also Valentine's Day, which is also coming like the month after. I forgot to mention that for the previous banner. So then now that the banners are done, I'm going to quickly go over the prints, because, well, these prints I have to talk about. I have to talk about these prints. Whoops, I meant to do this. I have to talk about these prints. Alright, so there are 2 new prints and 2 returning prints. So when it comes to a Dog's Day, this is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. Wind skill haste and wind buff time. If you have Noelle, if you have any wind healer or wind support unit that gives some sort of buff, this is a must-have print on it. This is nuts. This is such a good print. Like, ugh. I might even mob 2 of these. I might. I don't even know if I will, but I might. It's that good. It's seriously a really good print. I might mob 2 of these. Now the next one, the Plague Bringer. This is also a nuts print because this is not paralyzed. This is Poison Punisher. This is a Poison Punisher print. Ugh. This is also a really nuts print. Sadly, it's only Poison Punisher. Just if any other ability was on here, it would be borderline nuts. It would seriously be like 5-star worthy. It would have been so nuts. But I will say, well, 25% Poison Punisher is still very, very good. So all this means you can run Pazuzu, any unit that has Poison Punisher, then this print for like upwards of like 60 to 70% Poison Punisher total. And it just gets absolutely ridiculous on damage. I mean, you can even begin to run this print on Yasu now that he has his a mana 70. That and Delphi, they're staying poisoned. It's so good. Such a good print. Like, well, I'm outright mubbing 2 of these. This one I'm mubbing 2 of. 4 Poison Punisher teams. I'm outright doing that. And now this is a older one that's back on the featured area. This is not limited by any means. So when it comes to Sister's Day Out, this print is actually a very good print, but it's really good on certain units. I used this print on Albert a couple times, And well, this works wonders because of the 4-strike charge. That way he can get his electrified faster, and also the 4-strike boost because Albert is a 4-striker as well. Well, this also works really good on Delphi because Delphi's 2 skills require a long time charge. So the 4-strike charge, that'll just help in general get off a little bit faster. And will also if I remember correctly, I could be wrong about this. I don't know if I'm correct or not. But once you 4-strikes, she inflicts poison as well. So that way she gets a little bit extra damage. But then also this spin's also really good on Gala as well, because the second skill also takes a long time to charge. So you get to pump that out faster, and because he's a sword unit, he has a unique combo to where it's tap 4-strike, tap 4-strike. So right there, he's then getting off more damage. And now to the extreme. This print, you can live without this print. I will say that. You can live without this print. You don't need him up this one. I'm gonna go Flame Flurry Devastation. I guess it could be good on Ezolith. Maybe. Then the last recovery in case if she gets nuked. Well, other than that, this print really doesn't have any other use, sadly. Yeah, no other use. But yeah, though. But yeah, the first 3 I talked about, they're must pickups. They are must pickups, at the least to have in your back pocket. But yeah, though, one more thing before I move on to the event itself. None of these are limited. You can wait on these until you get those specific units, then you buy them. But these are not limited by any sort of means, so they'll then just be moved into these tabs. So then, now that's done, let's now look into the actual event itself and see whether or not it's a must grind. So let's talk about the facility first. The facility has been buffed to be able to reach level 35. Recently, they've been doing that. I tell this to my brothers all the time. Facility events are godly. Facility events are must farms because facilities will seriously help you during the event, and also can help you after the event because they in general buff your units. They in general do it, not just the extra damage during the event. But also in the treasure trade, you can actually pick up a free copy of Assisted Stay Out, so you don't have to buy it. But I will still definitely recommend picking it up from the shop. The free print is right here, Dragonsmiths. It's a free print. Might as well mub it. Why not? Then we got some augments are right here, worth picking up. Testaments, pick up. Crystals and bricks, also worth. Insignias, just if you need them, go for it. Crimson Core's nice. Tablets, once again, just if you need them, go for it. Crystals, because of Mana 70s now, a lot of crystals are being used. I'm almost out of them, so I will be picking these up too. Waters and fruit, I will be picking them up as well. Orbs are always nice to have, but I might not pick them up this time because I'm just sitting on too much. They need to add rainbow orbs in here. If they need to add rainbow orbs, I'll pick those up in a heartbeat. But there's also scales. Scales are always nice to have because of Draconites and the Fafnirs. Then mana and rupees. Those should be always nice to just sit on. I'm probably missing something that I bought out already. I don't know. But then, when it came to the previous video I did, which is on the New Year's 2 raid, they began dropping the tier 3 core weapons. Sadly, this event is not doing that. I wish they were, but sadly, they're not. But, you can still pick up summon tickets, you can still pick up golden keys and fragments, You can even get lucky with the Twinkling Sand, Clovers as well, and you can still get Scissors Day Out to drop. You can also get Evening Luxury, which is more of a gauntlet print, but it's still a pretty good print to use for gauntlet, and just a good one to sit on in general. Just if you do stay out full HP a lot, and more Dragonsmiths as well. But then just like every facility event, you grind up to 1 mil points, which will give you a golden key. I still recommend grind up the 1 million points because we get a lot of other stuff in there. And Nightmare also opens up on the 17th, so that's just in general a lot more stuff coming. I'm sorry if sometimes my voice got cut out because, well, I've been itchy nose now scratching in between. Well, either way, but my final verdict on everything. My final verdict on the prints, on the banner, and on the event. Grind the event. At the least, do the facility up to level 35. That is the least you can do for that event. The prints, definitely consider buying them, just if you have the ability to. And for the banners, I would recommend waiting until after the daily singles. Then from there, it will then be up to your own jurisdiction to see whether or not you want to summon for them further. Me personally, I will not be summoning. Because I'm saving all my currency for Monster Hunter. I will be skipping this gala as well. I'll be saving for probably the one in either March or May, I think it is. March, April. Yeah, May. I'll be saving for the one in May. I will probably be doing that. To that, or maybe when summer banners are limited. Because I'm surprised the other one was not. But either way, thank you for watching the video. Just if you enjoyed it, feel free to subscribe, and especially follow me on Twitter down below. I'd be sure to post the uploads whenever I upload them immediately. That will also, you just get more of me and my brother just doing goofy stuff, I guess, and just memes. But other than that, thank you for